All right. Awesome. Allie the Knife Shiver back in the building.
It never gets old.
It doesn't. It really never gets old. You're about to ask something. New York, you can't live
No,
in
we
New
were
York.
talking about y'all are in New York, and I was, because people talk about how the Southern people in the South are crazy, and we are, but like, there's, well, and to be fair, it's probably not authentic New Yorkers, but everybody lining up for like the ball drop. Did you watch where like when they took away the barriers and people were just like
Running.
racing
Mhm.
each other? Who? Why? How? Why would you?
They start waiting out there at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like they are out there waiting
All day.
all day to get their front row seat to
That's
the ball drop.
crazy. Like,
And
I
then
just,
the
there's,
entire streets like fill up and it's insane.
but you can't convince me that's fun. Like, you cannot convince me that that's a good time.
No.
Nope.
No.
Not
So
even
what-
a little bit. And it's freezing. Like
Yeah.
like it was warm all week, and then New Year's it was cold.
Yeah. It's like one of those things, if you could get a hotel right there, like
Yeah.
to be there and see the ball drop and
Yeah.
but I would still be in my hotel, like
Yeah.
comfortable, not outside, but they charge crazy, obviously,
No.
for that day anyways. So you're spending thousands of dollars just to go see a ball drop that I can see perfectly fine on my TV for free.
Well,
you know,
and it's like you have to like see people and talk to them. Like, why would you? I don't want to do that in my day to day.
and be close to people. Like people are touching you.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense to me, and it's just. But like I said, I was about to like put it on New Yorkers, but there's no New Yorkers down there. Those are all tourists, I'm sure.
At this age, why are we even like? I'm not going out for. Oh, what's up, everybody? Let me say hi.
Hey,
Jake's in the house. Elise is in the house. Kenneth's in the house. What's up, guys? Heidi, Vindicate, Omar, Jeffrey number one. What's up?
Jeffrey number one.
He is number one. But why are we even at the house anyway? Did you see the Worlds? Do you remember Waka Flocka?
I know the one song.
Yeah. That's basically all he's known for is the one song.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So I know that, and I know like that one lyric.
Yeah, exactly. He went out and posted this whole video about how he got beat up.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but now it's a fake. He didn't really get beat up. He was like, haha, you all. Let me see if I can.
Oh, really?
See, some of us had trust issues before AI, and I feel like it's just made everything so much worse. Oh, Colton is engaged as of 10 minutes ago.
Stop.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, Colton.
Yeah, I just was posting our thing in the stories, and yeah, he's that's a nice rock, bro.
Okay, let's go.
Jeez, look at that.
This is the year. Everybody's getting engaged. Everybody's
I love
having
it.
babies.
Everybody's having babies.
Everyone's pregnant.
Everybody's
pregnant.
We've seen a lot of people get engaged too, like within the last week and a half. Like my algorithm, I've seen so many proposals.
Someone locked the teeny weenie. Hey, what's up, CrossFat?
CrossFat, this could be accurate right here. Bring paid for by Kill Taylor. That is very accurate.
I'm not mad at it. It's well, with the whole dating situation, I had a lot of fun comments come in after the Lauren Khalil one.
Yeah.
We did the Lauren Khalil episode, and then I had a lot of really fun DMs after that. And since,
I need to know.
Yeah, I figured you could answer these just as well as anybody else.
So honest.
I will answer anything.
Love to get
anybody.
her.
And some of these are amazing.
And like I will answer like so confidently with absolutely zero research or any sort of.
You're just ready for it.
That's it.
Just all right. So, lay it on me.
Okay, so we'll go pretty much in order. What comes first? The emotional chemistry or the sexual chemistry? So like, do you have to be friends first?
Personally, or like the general public?
Your thoughts.
It emotional for sure, 100%. I could be standing next to the most gorgeous person on the planet and not think that they're good looking at all, like without even having talked to them. And actually, it's very rare for me to be attracted to someone, because when they start to speak, it becomes a problem. Like if you, like you have to be.
How did I know she was going to say that?
But like, and it's so much more than just like getting the ick. It's more like if you're not vibing with someone, like why would you want to sleep with somebody you don't have? Like I don't. But it's like I don't even have a type. Like I have dated all different shapes, size people. It's definitely emotional for sure.
Have you ever been friends with somebody? Because I can remember this, at least in high school. Have you ever been friends with somebody and you knew that they liked you more?
You didn't know me as a teen. I did not have that problem.
20s? Nothing?
No, probably, but
Hot
I
girl
was just
summer.
super awkward, and especially being raised religious, like you're not allowed to date until you're 18. So even if somebody liked you, I think, oh no, there was one dude in elementary school that professed his love to me, but he had a mole in a very weird place on his face, and I couldn't at the
Get past
time.
it. You can't
At
get
the
past
time, I was the kind of person that would like name your mole without your permission, and that ruins like the lovey feelings. So
Jim and Dan, is that what you're saying?
yeah.
Well,
But
there's
no,
just
I don't
certain
think I've
things
ever
you
like
can't
been.
get past.
No, I don't think I've ever
That's
just been
yes,
friends with
CrossFit.
somebody.
That's where I was going. Would you let friend zone bros soak in? So did they ever wear you down? Like it was just like, oh, okay, my God,
100%.
Let's just try this.
That happened. So when I was like 17, I sort of came into my looks a little bit. Like I grew into my forehead slightly, and like it's still like it's not cold here. I just didn't feel like dealing with this today. Like this, look at this sheer. I can't. So we did the balls.
Bro, foreheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreheads.
Finger
I
forehead.
got them. I got it.
5 finger.
And so like there were, you know, when you've been awkward and made fun of most of your life, and then all of a sudden like guys, then I sort of, you don't know who you like because it was never an option. So there was this one guy, his name was Corey, and he little baby. He was like my like exact
Short.
height.
Oh,
And that's fine. That's fine. But I was like a lot of our friends wanted me to date him. Like he was like in the friend group, and we were like the single people, and it was like, you gotta be together forever and then our group will be complete. So I sort of bent to the pressure and like hung out with him a couple times. And we dated for a little bit, but I didn't want to date him. And I came up with like a really lame excuse to break up with him too. It was so bad because I was like, I was so terrified. I was like, because it was my like first guy that I was officially dating, you know, in this organization, and like I didn't know you don't know how to break up with people. Like nobody teaches you that shit in school, you know? It's
no,
like,
that is not a
you know, you don't know how to like respect someone. So I basically lied and said that I had a really bad dream that we weren't supposed to be together, and that I thought it was like a vision from God or some bullshit.
That works.
He probably didn't buy it, but yeah. And then I started dating another guy a couple months later, like that we'd met, and he was like all emotional, and he's like, you broke up with me to be with him. I'm like, I'm not that smart. So anyway, yeah, that was and then that guy that I dated ended up being my first husband. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not really what I meant. Yeah, I saw the word soak. I still haven't figured out what that is. I've heard people talk about soaking. I don't know what soaking is.
Why does my hat have foreskin and balls? I mean, why doesn't my hat? I mean, like, no, I wear this when I coach in the mornings, because we listen to a lot of bangers, and I like to like do this while they're coaching or while they're working out. It's a lot of fun.
All this thinking going on, whatever happened to grip and rip. I feel like we talked about this, and that wasn't, there was like a cheese grater question that we were not supposed to rip some stuff.
Grip,
I feel like we went there. No, it was on the last podcast. He's talking about something
that was a dude that like grip, like, yeah, no, women can't grip and rip. Like
I-
there's no, we don't know.
Oh, it's called the soak
What
zone.
what is yeah, soak
Wait,
zone.
what?
What is yeah, I don't know what it is either. Colleen and I were trying to figure this out
She
about
literally lays her head on a
dick pillow.
I almost gave that away. I almost gave it away as a dirty Santa gift.
I'm still
What?
looking it up, so hold on.
Soaking in the sun.
Oh, we know the guy that. Oh, never mind.
I don't know what that is. I
Mormon.
don't.
I wasn't Mormon. I was Jehovah's Witness. There's a
Oh, that's
difference.
right.
Speaking of which, did you guys watch that movie Heretic with Hugh Grant?
No, I'm afraid to. Was it? What was it? How was it?
So it's two Seventh-day Adventist girls, Mormon, like whatever Mormon girls, but like, you know, we sort of did the same thing. Like you go door to door, and so it was like really trippy watching like them like getting set up for their ministry, and like they're doing this stuff, and then they meet Hugh Grant, and he basically like locks them in his house and like does all this. It's crazy. It was
Oh
crazy to
no.
watch. Yeah,
Nope.
no. I was like, ah, that could have happened.
Kenneth, it's a religious thriller. I'm good. You know what? No, I just got into that show Outlander.
Oh,
and
I
that
can't watch that.
Nope, that shit needs a trigger warning.
Yeah.
Me too. I couldn't do it either. I'm like, okay, well, I'm done, and that's the end of this show.
Yeah,
There's
that's why I had to stop watching Game of Thrones. Like, if you're just gonna have SA all up in there, I ain't watching it.
it was a lot for me because I thought Orange is the New Black was tough and a lot, but no, Outlander.
Oh well, so since the Heretic does not have any of that in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, it's
just scary.
It's not even scary. It's more like a mental thriller. It really challenges your brain in a weird way. It's hard to explain. It's got like 99% on Tomato Meter. It was good. It was a good movie, but it was trippy because I used to do what they were doing, and I was like, I could have died. Like someone could have killed me.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeffrey Birchfield. Yeah, I agree. It's Scottish porn. Why is there a trigger? There's a lot of SA in there. Like,
like
a
bad
lot.
kind.
So much.
I mean, not that there's good kind, but like,
I mean,
it's
pretty,
and it literally
vivid.
Pops out of anywhere. It's like there's
it's like episode 1. She almost gets taken out.
Yeah. Yep. And it just like, and there are no holds barred. It's everyone gets it. Unfortunately, like, SA Vindicate. I can't sexual assault. There you go. A lot of that. There's a lot of sexual assault in Outlander. And I was just like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done for the day. That's it. So, but okay. Next question. This was this I have to imagine was from a dude. It was a weird like icon or whatever. Like it wasn't. You can't tell if it was a girl or a guy. I'm assuming it wasn't a bot. But are vaginal orgasms, are they a myth? Are they like a Greek myth that doesn't exist, or a unicorn?
So, all right. So here's with that. It depends on the female and when and how she learned how to orgasm. If it was on her own, you know, because children, especially if they were abused, they're introduced to sex early. And believe it or not, like I don't know how much you want me to say.
No, go for it.
It's like, so like if a female is introduced to masturbation super young and they burn out that outlet, it becomes difficult as they age and they actually have sex with people, to not need that stimulation, you know, whereas it's internal. So I think it has to do with the connection with the person and communication and a lot of things. No, I don't think, I don't know many women that can do it like right off the bat, like especially if it's a one night stand. Like I guess it just depends on how attracted you are to the person and all that, but it's very mental.
I've never heard of a like, none of my friends have ever been like, yeah, that's
I think it's definitely especially books. A lot of these like romance novels and stuff are so I mean, I still read them, whatever, but you know, it's very not realistic. But I do have some friends that
You can burn. Oh, so you can burn out from too much masturbation.
you
I mean, I haven't.
can no, you can't burn out, but if you are introduced to it at a younger age than you would have normally been introduced to it, and I mean, it's like, why wouldn't you do it? I mean, it right? So then you're
Yep.
like always doing it as a kid, you don't realize. And then as you age, it's muscle memory. Like your body is used to achieving that with this thing. And when you try to do something, it's like guys who have
Oh,
an
I get it.
addiction.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah. I pick up what you're putting down now.
Me?
So yeah,
Yeah.
no, I pick it.
Oh, no,
I get
yeah.
it
No, I don't
now.
mean like you could do it too much. Come on.
No, yeah, yeah, I get it
Come
now.
on.
So like the
Yeah.
muscle memory is the
Right.
masturbation. So you need the
Right.
masturbation to be able to get
Yeah.
Okay, I
So
got
it's
you.
like it could be the same thing with porn. If you watch porn way too much and
Then you need
the
that.
majority of your sexual experiences are from what, then it's hard to achieve an organic, you know what I mean, with someone because you're used to having those images in your face. It's the same thing.
That's okay. Okay, I get that. Maybe that's what.
Well, that's why you hear stories about marriages not working because one's addicted to porn and then you can't have sex the
Right.
same way because usually, depending on the type of porn they're watching,
Right.
the partner is like, that's not for me.
Right.
And if it's always, not saying it's always violent porn, but if it is, and that's
Right.
what you're watching all the time, then, you know.
I mean, I didn't date. I sort of like was talking to a guy who watched a lot, like it was constant for years. And he was a very shy guy, and I think he'd only been with like one or two women. And he confided in me that like every time he was with a woman, like he just couldn't finish. And
He couldn't finish?
No, because
There's
he
a dude
didn't.
out there that couldn't finish. Damn. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but because I'm not talking about washing. I'm talking about an addiction to it.
Okay.
And you know, if you watch a lot, but you're also still having sex with other people, there's a balance. But if you are only watching porn all the time for a long period of time, and that is like your body gets used to that, and it gets difficult.
Happens to lots of guys.
Yeah.
All right. Fair. I did not know that. See, learning more things. That's why we do this.
Like, and I just want to say, I don't like, I think porn is fine if it's done in a healthy way and it's between the people and whatever. I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm just saying it can ruin real life experiences if you let it.
So so this was another question that was in there was, how long can you go without having sex with your partner before you just become a roommate? Before there's like no turning back, no coming back?
So I actually lived that. My first marriage was that. No, yeah.
Yeah.
We just couldn't get the swing of things. Again, it was just I wasn't taught, you know, the things. And, you know, when you go into a marriage as a virgin, you don't understand that it takes work. And then you attack yourself because you're like, why can't I do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing? And it's like, what am I doing wrong? And then it just became so all consuming because, you know, we're not allowed to, you know, do this and we're not allowed to do that. And, you know, he had never had sex either. So like we just two noobs, like not knowing what to do. And then it just becomes so frustrating because like there's no religious pamphlet that tells you how to do these things. So you just eventually we just got sort of tired of like he didn't have a problem, but you know, he felt obviously inadequate because I could, you know, and it became a thing. So then we just like stopped for a long time. And yeah, it was just basically roommates. We loved each other. We just couldn't figure it out. And then a whole slew of other things started happening in my brain and just got divorced eventually.
God, I remember my first, and she literally like my first girlfriend, my first experience or whatever. And she literally rolled over and she was like, it can only get better, babe. And I was like, damn. Okay. And I just didn't know what I was doing. Like
That's like one of my number one things I always say, and this is everything in life, is you don't know something until you're taught it. So it's one of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody makes fun of someone because they don't know something or they mispronounce something or you don't know it until you're taught it. So like if no one teaches it to you, then it's not your fault. You just weren't taught.
So this is just my question, but this has always been kind of a stereotype or whatever that women are teachers in the bedroom and men aren't. Like, do men ever teach women what they want? Have you ever crossed paths with that? Do you have any guy friends that have been like, oh, I got to teach her this is how to do this or whatever? Like, you kind of teach together.
I don't think it has anything to do with male or female. I think it has to do with the person and who the person you're with. Like if you're with the person, I'm a huge communicator when it comes to anything like that. Like, but if you're with somebody that doesn't, or isn't open to not being a little baby when you're like, hey, this isn't what does it for me, but this is, and if we do these things, like, you know what I mean? And because I remember one girl I was really close friends with, she had sex with a guy and she told him, hey, I'd like to get off with my toy first because she was one of those girls that couldn't get a vaginal orgasm. And he got super offended and was like, no, I'd rather us try. Why? You still gonna get laid, brother. Why do you care? If this girl, it doesn't make any sense. Like it's not about male or female. It's about what do you need? What do you want? And am I the person that's going to be able to do that? That's it.
So she wasn't somebody that was willing to like let him get her off first, like eating her out or whatever.
She knew her body, and it was also like they weren't dating. This was like
just a hookup. Oh, got it.
Right. Like so she knew. And I remember her telling me, like, he got really upset about it. And I was like, why? Why would you care? Just like, you're not marrying the chick. Like, she didn't even let him try. Look, I hate to be this person, but women know their bodies. They know. Men, y'all got this, okay? You can stick it in a pickle jar and go about your day, okay? It's fine.
At least, yeah, that's what. Yep, men are just overall.
Women are mental, men are physical, and it is just how it is. And no, if a woman is having sex with a man for the first time, especially if they're not in a relationship, and she just like already knows, but she still wants to be with you and get something out of it, then just shut the fuck up and just do it. Like, why does it matter? Like, if they're in a relationship and it's their first time and she didn't let him even try, sure, that might be a little unfair, but
that's a lot. I just remember the stereotypes. Like, you even watched the stereotypes. There were TV episodes. If you watched, not if you watched Vindicate, but Vindicate says, I'll just say this. I had a girlfriend who was never comfortable with oral. I changed that. Just saying.
Right. Okay, great. All right. You're like
hype for him, bro. Let's go.
Fantastic. All right.
Let's
go. Whatever. But that's according to you. All right. So what I'm saying is it's circumstantial and it's between the two people. There is no blanket response for how people should or shouldn't be in the bedroom. It's circumstantial and it's between the people.
Have you had this is funny.
Oh no.
Travis, I can't even believe you right now. I swear to God.
Have you ever had to stop somebody?
Yes.
From giving
Listen.
Why?
Okay, so this one guy that I was with, my mom is literally here, by the way.
This is a great conversation.
This is great conversation.
Yeah, so she is, she's flying to Maryland tomorrow, and she's staying with me because she's flying out of Atlanta, and she came early, and I was like, I'm going to be on a podcast.
You didn't tell her which podcast, though, right?
No.
She's not listening.
Literally in there. I'm hoping she's asleep. But yeah, so no, we were like, it was definitely more of, I went through that phase where sleeping with someone just to feel better about yourself. You don't even really want to sleep with them.
Yep.
But you're trying to get something out of it. And I broke that habit eventually. But this guy like unzipped his pants and he had in huge like graffiti letters, "The Dirty South" tattooed above his junk. And I was like, I'm out. Like, I can't be a part of this. I don't. But
I got caught watching ESPN one time. I was not even paying attention.
Not with me.
No, not with her.
Not with me.
let me clarify.
No,
Let me clarify.
no.
Not with me.
I
But
definitely.
like, have I ever stopped anyone from
Like, have you ever stopped anybody that was already trying,
Yes.
and then you were like, okay,
It's
let me
actually
like
super
give them,
embarrassing
and
for
then you're
him.
like, this is not working. Yeah, this is not working.
So it was when I was on Ambien. I was taking Ambien to help me sleep, right? And this guy I was dating had never done it before. And he was ex-Marine, like worked in the police force. Like the dude was getting laid. He just never wanted to. There you go, Vindicate. He never wanted to until I came along.
There you go. There you go. Mic drop.
No, but the saddest part is like I had taken Ambien one night and we've been dating for a while. I took Ambien one night and it had already kicked in. And so anyways, I woke up the next day and I just kept like getting these flashbacks. And I was like, babe, did we have sex last night? And he was like, yeah. Well, because I was awake. I was just like sleepy, I guess. Ambien like should be illegal. All right. But
she was
I
like
was
there,
like,
but not there.
Not there.
But I was like, did you go down on me? I just remember this like dainty little like tongue flickery thing. And I swear to God, he was mortified. He was like, yeah, I'd never done that before. And I just really wanted to give that to you. And I was like, oh,
it was great.
Did I enjoy it?
Everything is great.
Because the mental images and like the textures that I'm like recalling right now are not feeling very Cash Money. He never did it again. Never did it again. I was like, that's not bad.
You ruined him for all other women.
Look, that's his fault. All right. There's plenty of things that dudes have done to me. He'll get over it. You got to learn. You go on YouTube, like look at some videos, learn how to do your shit. But the biggest thing, like if you've never done it, is you, again, communicate. Like, does this feel good? Or does this not feel good? Like, that's how you got to do it.
That wasn't my tongue being dainty.
Oh my God. It really was like a precious little like kitten. Like, yeah, it was not.
Precious. The fact that you called it precious.
It was just,
like
when a little baby kitten like falls in the milk and it's just sort of like trying to lick it off its chin. And you're like, oh, look at you. You made a mess.
What the next one is the remember, I don't know if you remember, babe, we were talking about it with Lauren, was the sex on a first date. And some lady told me that it's only acceptable if you know the person first.
I mean, I'm gonna like, well, what's the question?
So like when is it acceptable for sex on the first date, basically, was the question. And then she gave me the answer. Like you can't.
Lauren gave you the answer?
No. It was in my DMs after.
Oh, that's right.
Somebody.
Okay.
But it was like if you go out and meet a guy for the first time in a club and bring him home and have sex on the first date, like that's not. But if you know him beforehand and then you guys go on a first date and have sex, then that's fine.
I don't.
And I was just like, I don't.
So from a sexual, like, men and women having the right to make their own choices category, you do whatever you want. Like, it's not my life.
Yeah, I don't care either.
Like, I've had a one night stand. It was just terrible. But like, it literally, y'all. Okay, we'll get back to that in a minute. It's so bad. But
aren't they usually?
But from a safety perspective, it's your risk. Like you don't know the person. You don't know if what they're carrying, who they are as a person, if they're gonna respect you, hurt you know what I mean? So from a safety perspective, I don't recommend
No way.
it. I
Okay.
really just don't. If you especially because 90% of the time you've been drinking when you make that choice. I don't know many people that soberly decide to go home with someone. So it's just, you need to have like when I go out with friends, I don't drink. I'm the one that's like making sure everybody is going home with me. Or if they decide to go home with someone, they're sober. So you just got to make sure you have people with you that care about you like that.
Yeah, I don't have, like, I've never thought anything about it. I know a lot of people that have had one night stands, and normally it always, like, it was fine, but the sex wasn't good.
Yeah, it's really not. It's like most of the time it's two people who've been drinking and they like are trying for some companionship, but it's not like, yeah, it's not great.
This is good. Everyone thought my now husband and I were sneaking off to fuck the first night we met, but we were actually just going to my truck to smoke. I like it.
People are nosy little things.
CrossFat, disagree. Met my wife that way, compatible. You met your wife in a one night stand? Really?
So it really wasn't a one night stand, now was it, my friend?
Fair.
Well, tell us yours. You were gonna tell us.
Yeah.
I was a slut for some mac and cheese.
For mac and cheese?
I literally am gonna have that on my tombstone. Yeah. So I met this guy. I was freshly divorced. I think he was like the second or third guy I'd gone out with, and he was like he was like a doctor, and he had this like downtown loft, and he was like people knew, like I had friends that knew him, so it wasn't a safety concern. Like we had people in common, and you know I could see his light. And we were at this restaurant, and he was like, "Order what you want." And I was like, "Okay." And I ordered what I wanted, and then I came back, and I was like, "I wish I'd gotten mac and cheese. I bet it would have been so good." Then I went to the bathroom, and I came back, and he'd gotten me the mac and cheese, and I was like, "No, no, no, no." And then you know.
And then after that, you were like, no.
I was like, well, 'cause you got to remember, like, I had only been with two people, and they were both my husbands. So, like, I was a virgin when I got married, and I went straight from that marriage into the next one. And so, like, and I was raised the way I was raised. There was no guidance on how the date should end. Like, when you are a girl that has been in a bubble your whole life, and now you're out with a guy, and he now is insinuating, "Let's go back to my place," and you're like, "Oh shit, do I owe him for the mac and cheese?" Women genuinely go through that shit. Like they like, fuck, did I? Okay.
Oh, really?
Yes, they go. You know, you feel bad. You're like, oh well, he did buy me dinner. Like,
You feel
I
bad
mean, now,
that
fuck
sounds
you.
crazy.
I'm gonna take my mac and cheese to go. But back then, baby Allie, like I didn't know, like, so I was like, okay, well, yeah, we'll go back and we'll just hang out. And then, like, you know, they start like kissing on you and stuff, and then you're like, oh well, I guess I should. I did sort of come to his house. You know what I mean? It's just like the bullshit that goes through your brain, and then afterwards, you're like, oh.
Lobster mac and cheese is the shit.
Lobster mac and cheese.
Really, it wasn't even lobster, Jeff.
Oh.
Jeff, it was just. I mean, it was good, but it was just regular
mac and cheese.
So after that,
mac and
literally,
cheese.
that was the turning point for me. I was like, you know, I don't think I'm going to let that happen again, because that was not fun. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't. I was
Good.
like, oh, are you done yet? You done yet? And then he couldn't even finish.
Can dudes even? Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when
he couldn't,
when
because I
guys
wasn't
are,
really in it. So I give him that. Because there are some people that would just be like.
But don't guys have, when guys drink, they have some effect, right? Where's Jake?
Well, he didn't drink a whole lot.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't like drinking, but basic.
So
Travis, are you drinking?
No?
Oh my
The box
god.
mac and cheese. So growing up, did you obviously didn't have the sex talk, right? Did you ever
No.
Did you ever have like the marriage talk? Like you're supposed to wait till you get married, and then when you get married,
Yeah.
you start having sex, and then you start having children. Like, did you have that kind of conversation, or there was no conversation about sex at all?
I don't really remember a whole lot of that. I just remember because, you're going to like Bible study like 3 times a week and like you're studying materials and materials tell you like that sort of stuff. So I don't know that there was ever like and I don't regret it. Like I don't regret. I think that it was, it was odd how it was taught to me, but I was not mature enough to make that decision when I was younger. And I think it's I'm happy that just knowing that how I made the decisions like after as an adult, I can't imagine what the frick I would have done as a teenager. Oh my God. So I'm grateful, believe it or not, like
that you
that
didn't have.
No, that I wasn't allowed to, that I wasn't, that it was like forbidden because, who the frick knows what would have happened to me. It's hard,
Yeah, trying to navigate it yourself and not like not talking about it or not really knowing, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Got it. Great.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still stuck on Vindicate. Oh shit, this isn't chat appreciation show. Yeah, it is. It's just a bunch of women on here doing chat appreciation, basically.
Sorry, guys, we're not talking about balls the whole
I mean,
time.
I could ask her about balls. She's had more experience than I. Yeah,
Does she hold them in each hand?
Well, the last time I wore this hat coaching, seriously, the last time I wore this last week, there was 2 dudes in the class, and they were like, "Why are you wearing that hat?" And I was like, "Because I said something like, you guys have 2 balls. I don't." And no one laughed. Why? That's funny. Thank you. Like,
very funny.
fucking army dudes, man.
Uh-oh.
Not funny.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Newbie army dudes. Some, not all.
Yeah.
No, Allie is not single.
She's
married.
She's happy.
I live in a military town, so it gets a little.
How when is it acceptable to fart in front of your prospective mate? That was another great question that I got, and I laughed for literally 15 minutes, and then I texted all my friends.
I don't fart in front of people.
I was gonna say you were about to tell me that you don't fart in front of your husband. Doing it.
I don't. I know I'm like bananas, and I'm, but I'm actually quite ladylike. Like I like to. There's just certain things that I like. You know what I mean? I like there to always be a little bit of mystery, even after we've been together for so long, and I just have never had the desire, honestly, like to.
You've never had to, like, you couldn't.
Not really. I mean, I eat like pretty decently, like, but I just like, I guess I'm just not a super gassy person. Like, I just never have, never.
Oh man.
Do you poop in different bathrooms?
We do.
You do?
Without
like we don't have assigned bathrooms, but we have our favorites. And then, like, if he comes in and poops in mine, I'm like, "What are you doing in here? What are you doing in there? What are you doing?" It's like, I'm a shy pooper. Like, you can't be in the vicinity of that door, or I will sit there and I will die on that toilet.
Oh, I know. I have to go. I do have a shy bladder, though.
My wife is so
I can't
shy.
pee.
After
Really?
all this time, she is shy.
Well, I'm not
pee.
like looking to pee in front of anybody, but
Well, our door is always open. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. Between 2 dogs, a kid always trying to find you. Like, there's no.
I'll be sitting on the toilet and he flings the door open. I'm like, "Can you
shut
close the door? Can you close the door?
And
you not
You got a kid. I don't have that. We close our doors. We close our doors. I actually dated a guy once.
I closed my door and then here comes this kid. Oh, I didn't know you were in there. Where outside would I be?
It's called use your locks.
There's no locks on the bathroom door because
I lock the door when I'm home alone. Because like hell am I going to have a psycho killer busting on me while I'm pooping. Because I would rather just literally be murdered anywhere else. Like,
Than
could
the
you
shitter.
imagine
Being
like
on the shitter?
police showing up and it's like taping the crime scene? And it's like, on the toilet like mid poop because they can't move you because of evidence. Like, no, this isn't how I go. So I lock the door when I'm at home.
No, we had
No.
to take all of our locks off because when he was younger, he would
First of
lock
all-
himself in these rooms because
Yeah.
the lock would always be on the inside.
Yeah,
So
it's an old
she's
building.
she's had to like break through like 2 doors to get into.
That makes sense.
So we took all the locks
Yeah.
off of our door. The only one that has
Yeah.
a lock is our bedroom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
well, let's hope so.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we almost messed that up one day too. He came in like 2 minutes after, like,
He's like,
And
why
I-
does it smell funny in here?
yeah.
Yep. It was more like, Mommy, why
was
are
like,
you naked?
oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
get
Like-
out. Get
Yeah.
out.
Mommies
Still
are
just-
allowed to be naked sometimes.
Get out.
It's okay.
I think I
He
said.
did ask though the other
I literally
day.
said, I was like, that's how I sleep. Get out. And so I get dressed. Like,
He did ask the other day though, like, why can Mommy change? Like, why can Mommy and I change in the same room, but we tell him to go, like, to get out or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
so we started to ask those type of questions.
I was like,
but-
when you're married, you can also change in the
Yes.
same room as your spouse. But
Make your choices. Make your
Yeah.
choices.
Yep.
until then, no. Oh my God.
He does walk out of the bathroom though, and he'll have a towel on, but it's so funny. So he'll put most of the towel over his shoulders, and then the very end part, he'll be like, Mommy, like it comes over his penis. He's like,
Yeah.
Mommy, is my penis covered?
Being a boy mom, one of my best friends, actually both my best friends are boy moms. Y'all got some.
And half of his
y'all
butt
got
is
some
always
crazy
out.
stories.
Oh my gosh, he's
Half of his butt is
so funny.
always out.
yeah. He's like, is my butt covered? I'm like, it's
Not
not. It's
at
not
all.
at all.
No.
Ugh.
No, he's a trip. His hand is always down his pants. He'll be sitting next to me. We're watching TV, and I'm like, can you go in your room? You can do that, but just go to the
exploring.
fucking room.
Just figuring it all out.
Go in your
Shapes
room.
and sizes and
Hey, this was a
Uh,
good question from the Chat Appreciation Day. We always talk about it with the dudes on the show, like how much they have to adjust themselves
yeah.
all the time.
Oh, I do have a question for you. Yeah.
Go ahead, ask yours, and then I'll ask mine.
No, it has to do with this
Oh, okay.
because go ahead.
Because I was like, well, women have to adjust. We have to adjust too. Like, have you never had to adjust the lips ever?
I mean, it's me. I'm the one that is constantly talking about my shit.
It just
Not okay. So
because I do.
It depends. It sort of depends. I don't have to adjust so much as like not wear certain leggings or certain
Yeah, right.
like otherwise it's yeah, my shit's always out. But
If you sit down kind of wrong in the wrong outfit,
yeah.
then
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh, God,
right.
yeah,
By the
yeah.
time you get up, I just don't know how we can do it so nonchalantly, but they just like dig.
We can't always do
No.
it nonchalantly. Sometimes you just
you
have
just
to.
gotta let it happen.
You have to just
Oh, really?
fix it. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm never in leggings though, so
Or
it
thongs.
doesn't look as weird
Yeah.
when I get that.
So
okay.
have you
Well, that's
found the
why
perfect
I
thong?
wear. Yes, so I wear
have.
exclusively. I know this
Yeah.
is not sponsored. People get so butthurt when you're like, "You stupid." Fuck off. All right.
Yeah.
I work with people I like. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. Go suck someone else's dick. All right, but I like Lululemon. It's like Lululemon. I don't remember. It's one of their seamless thongs because they're very comfortable. I have to wear thongs because my waist is like 27 inches and my hips are like 44. All right. So if I wear regular, and I don't care what kind it is, it will become a thong.
It goes
So
up.
they're like, you work out in thongs? I have to. Okay. Because otherwise it's like,
It's going up there anyway, so you might as
Yeah.
well just start there. But
Yeah.
you don't think that the seamless ones move more?
not these. These are
Okay.
the only ones I will wear. And they are pricey. They're like $20 a pair,
Yeah.
but they are worth it.
Yeah, because I have not found
No,
the
I've
thong
tried them
that-
all.
I've tried them all too. And
Yeah.
some of them work for a little bit, and then it's like then they're moving, they're riding up,
Yeah.
they don't fit right.
Yeah. No,
And
this is the
so-
only one that's like, it's like big enough to like give her space. Oh
Yeah.
God, what is this? I'll call it. Oh,
Kenneth.
Yeah, guys. When you're talking about your nuts and your
Yeah.
and your dicks all the time, and how you just my favorite, what's it called, babe? Where they just put their dick in the wall in the UK. What's it called?
Oh, that's a glory hole.
Yeah.
Oh, when I found out what a glory hole was, I
You
was
didn't
like,
know what a glory hole was?
no, girl. I did not.
I mean,
But was
like,
wait,
it's in
I don't
movies and stuff.
understand.
I'm not like.
I don't
yeah.
understand. You'll stick your dick in the hole in the wall
What?
somewhere, and be nervous about that, but you'll raw dog it with some girl that you don't know that could potentially have. Like, I'm trying to make sense of how this works. How does this work?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
no.
Oh
I
my
don't get.
God.
Look, I don't. I was working with a guy one time, and he was talking about he and his friends visited a glory, and I'm like, what?
Visited.
Why? Why? I don't understand. Like, some you dudes just do shit because you can. Like,
Just because.
just because you can, and then we. Okay.
At least this is a good question. Have you ever tried not wearing underwear?
Yes. In jeans, it's uncomfortable
Mhm.
because it's like,
The seam is right there.
and not in a good way.
No.
You know?
Not at all. Not at all.
But and then leggings, as we've so obviously covered, is camel toe. Like,
Yep.
I have to, especially if it has a seam up the front, like it's literally like bloop, right in between.
Literally right in the middle.
So
Yeah.
I have to wear like a barrier there.
There's got to be something like another layer
yeah.
to try to smooth it
Yeah.
out as much as possible. Well, so then I have to ask you, is
This is the greatest night of my life right now. The
So you
fact that
see
the
the-
boys are uncomfortable, yet every month I talk to them about taint.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
so some girls pull them up really high
yeah.
and like to shape,
Yeah.
the lips. Do you think, I have two questions. Do you think
This is
that
a two-parter.
that seamless leggings are better than seam leggings?
Mhm.
And do you
God.
there are girls that
I think my
wear-
favorite part is how flustered you are
Yeah,
trying
it's-
to phrase this.
This
No, I'm laughing because it's so funny as I'm trying to say it in my head. The girls that wear their leggings where they look like they're packing something.
Yeah.
Like the girls that don't pull them up high enough.
Yeah.
So-
So seamless leggings, like if you wear underwear, it makes you look like you have doll parts.
Like it's like a triangle.
Yeah. So it's like
literally
it's
like
like
a triangle.
It's literally like you're a Barbie doll, and they just wiped away your vagina, and it's
Mhm.
just smooth.
And I feel
silk.
like it actually emphasizes way more than
it
just
does.
that
It's sort of just like this, like
bullseye
thing.
like right there.
But I don't wear light colored legging. Every once in a while, I'll get a wild hair. Like the other day, I had this like light blue set on. I stick to black leggings all the time, or like dark navy or something, because I don't really want to think about it too much. I don't really want to have to like worry. But at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. If you're gonna look at it, then go for it.
Oh my God.
Because no matter what you wear to the gym, somebody's gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't dress like that if you don't want me to look at you. You're gonna look no matter what the frick people wear.
Yeah.
Stop trying to
Mhm.
blame somebody's leggings because you can't keep your. And then it's like, I was just looking at the other well, yeah, okay. Well, there's extremists with everything. There's extreme gym girls who are like, everybody's looking at me. I can't. And then there's douchebag dudes. There's
Yeah.
happy mixture.
Mhm.
People know your camel has toes, so who cares?
Exactly. Like,
Look,
I'm not
Elise,
gonna pretend
let's
I don't have
go.
a vagina.
That too.
I
Yeah.
like you.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I feel like we haven't seen her in a while. It's good to see her.
Yeah. We look at Tudor's hog too. Yeah, I mean, you guys are so fun with this in all ways. Like I'm learning so much now, and now with the knife here, being able to talk about anything openly, this is like fire right now because this is shit I go through. I mean,
Yeah.
not the leggings thing
No.
at
Well,
all.
this girl that
Not
that
the thong
I'm
thing either.
like, no, she like posted. She's a bodybuilder, and she posted this like photo of her in this like one piece. It's really beautiful, very like lovely, but it's like the bathing suit, like at the bottom, it was just like this little delicate strip of material, and it was just like nothing was there. And I'm like, bitch, did you Photoshop this? Because I know you have a vagina. And she's like, no, I didn't. And I'm like, then where is it? Like, I
know.
got upset. I'm like, where is
Wait,
it?
is that the same girl that was up in the handstand that was like going around trendy for a while? Everyone was like, where is it? Because she
No.
that
This was
was
an
the
actual
same thing.
girl I know. This is a girl I know.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
that's when I started
There was like no
wondering-
bone, no nothing, no lips. We're like,
I
where
started
is
getting
it?
getting my own head. I'm like, is mine not the right size? Like what?
Is mine too big?
Like what?
I think mine's too
Like
big.
I just can't imagine.
I ask her that all the
anybody-
time before I leave the
I
house. I'm like, can
know.
you see it? She's like, well, I can because I'm looking at it now. She's like,
I'm
but
just
no,
like,
it's not.
I
that-
don't-
imagine not having something there.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, what's the next one?
okay.
Wasn't that a two-parter?
Colleen had a two-parter, but then started laughing hysterically. And
No,
couldn't-
it was the other ones of the girls that wear the leggings so low that it looks like they have a package. I'm like,
Yeah.
just pull them up. But I have a girl that I know that
Yeah.
like she wears them high enough, but I don't know if it's because but like she wears them really high, but they
Yeah.
looks like they're too long for her anyways. Like it's weird.
So it becomes like a diaper situation.
Yes, where it's
where it's like all crinkled. Yeah, I get that's
or it
not
like
cute.
or it's as low where it looks like it's in the middle of her thigh. Like
Yeah.
it's not actually pulled up high enough. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't understand what the point of that either.
I honestly, I think with the fitness industry, people buy stuff because they want to look like the person they see that's wearing it, and they
Yeah.
don't understand that our bodies are different, and you dress for the body that you have, not for someone else. So it's like not knowing your body type or not knowing your sizing, but then also like some people just don't care. They just want to go to the gym. They just want to work out. They're not
Yeah.
going to worry about where their leggings fall.
Yeah,
You know, and there's some people that they want to look good. Otherwise they don't feel good in the gym. So they want to do the full like matching with the makeup.
thing.
And that's
Yep.
fine too. Do
Yep.
you, boo, if that's get you in the gym.
Yeah.
I have. Oh, hey, Craig. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Always love the hand wait. Jeffrey Birchfield, this is fire because meaty. I've heard that too, be referring to women that you got, you're meaty a little bit, but then you can't. But guys, you can't talk about their meat because that's. So, are we allowed to say it now too? Have you ever heard that phrase? Like, what? Did I just open a door?
No, Jeffrey did. Jeff.
Oh, yeah. Like, because I've heard that for girls too. We got a little bit more of a pouch,
Mm-hmm.
if you want to call it that.
The fupa?
No, that's the upper.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the upper area. I'm talking about the actual area where
Oh.
everyone's talking about. There's some girls they're a little meaty.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
I heard vindicate leggings, hug your balls and lips,
Lips
in
all in the right
ways.
area.
Look, I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, he knows what he's
I
doing. So.
freaking, I don't want to give him any kudos after his comments tonight. But the man makes a solid pair of leggings.
That's right. You're right. I've heard that one too.
Yeah.
Moose knuckle.
I've heard that one.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
No, I
okay.
literally, the girl that posted that swimsuit, I commented on her photo and I was like, literally, my beaver biscuit could never, is what I said. Like, it could never. There you go. There's another one. Beaver biscuit.
Beaver biscuit. All right, I'll take it. Okay, let's go. Do you want to go to the next one?
Let's do it.
Tackle the next one. The next one's cheating.
Ooh.
Because it was. Can you ever come back if your partner cheats on you? Like, can you ever make it okay if your partner cheats on you?
Depends on the people, depends on the circumstance. So I think that where some people will disagree with me, especially women. I think that male or female, if you do not provide, like you don't have that relationship, that connection with your partner, and you're not having sex, and it's been a significant amount of time, and especially if you've talked about it, and if you're not seeking any kind of, like it all depends. Like a wife might not be having sex with her husband because her husband's not giving her what she needs to feel in the mood. You know what I mean? Like it's a thing, but most of the time, no one cheats when they're happily married.
Would you get immediately paranoid? Like if Colleen stopped having sex with me for a prolonged amount of time, I would immediately be paranoid.
Well, I think it's different for you guys because you got two ladies. I wouldn't be paranoid. Like if I was with a woman, I wouldn't be paranoid because I know that women, we go through different phases and we feel different and we shift, and like it's just the way it is. But with a man, like they're just always 100% 24/7 just ready to go. And if he was not like all of a sudden wanting to have sex with me, and he wasn't displaying any sort of like depressive, or any sort of mental ill, like, you know what I mean? Like something going on up here. He was just regular Joe, and he's having sex with somebody for sure. 100%.
So, and then do you like go through his phone? Are you now like Inspector Gadget?
I've never been that person actually.
No.
My first or my second husband, I'm pretty 100% sure he cheated on me. I just didn't do the research, but like there were a bunch of times where like he would use my iPad to log into Facebook, and so when I would pull up Facebook on my own iPad, it would still be logged into his, and it would have like the messages pulled up where he was messaging girls and talking about their underwear and like all that stuff like that. But I don't care, honestly. I'm not a jealous person, never have been. My deal is, and it took a long time to get here, they're going to cheat no matter what. They're just going to cheat. If they're a cheater, they're a cheater. I do think that there can be a circumstance created where someone cheats a single time and that they can come back from that, and that you can still stay in a relationship and recover from it. But if a person is a cheater, then there's not shit you can do about it. And I can sit here and worry about it all day long or go through their stuff, but it doesn't change me. It doesn't change anything about if they decide they don't love me one day. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But I still got a life. Like I still got friends and a job and like goals. They just aren't gonna be a part of it anymore.
It's always Facebook too, dude. Like it's always, babe. Like we know people. It's always
my
Facebook.
Ex did that, the very same thing. So
Yeah.
she would log onto my iPad and for her Facebook or whatever, and then be messaging this girl.
It's like how stupid you gotta be.
Right. And this girl there were a lot of issues in my relationship with her, and because of this girl. And we had talked, like, if we're gonna stay together, like, you can't talk to this girl anymore. Like, it's done. So, like, there's no more. And she's like, I'm not. But then fucking pull up my Facebook on my iPad, and she's signed in on hers with these messages to her. And then I was like, I'm done. It's cool. I'm done though. Yeah. And then like, I can't believe, why would you do that? Because like you're logged in and you're talking to someone you're not supposed to be talking to. But exactly, like, how dumb can you be? It's my shit. Like, at least try to sign yourself out. Like, give yourself some sort of.
I mean, that I would leave them just because they were stupid.
Oh,
yeah. Like, look, I don't even care you were talking to another girl. You just dumb shit, and I can't support that. I can't be in a relationship. But it's sad to say, my second husband, he had to do a lot worse for me to finally just be like, I'm done. I was very isolated with him because when I left my first husband, I left everything and everyone, and he was it. He was my, like, everything. Like, and I wasn't scared of starting over. Like, I wasn't scared of not being able to afford, but like, he had me in a mental grip lock. Like, he had me exactly where he wanted me to. So he had like dating websites that I would find, like I would stumble across that he had profile, and I'm like, why? And he's
Oof.
like, it builds my self-esteem. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like I just, and one time he was a part of this car club and he met this girl named Ashley, and she was so cool, and he wanted us to be friends. And I was like fine with him having friends that were girls, because his best friend was a girl named Christina. She was awesome. She trains military dogs. Like she was friggin' sweet as hell. And so that wasn't a new thing. But then when we all went out one night, all three of us, like she was like dancing up on me, and she was like, Justin would love it if we were like, and I'm like, what? And then it was just a really weird experience. And then a couple other things like happened that I'm just not even worth getting into. But the next day I found logged into my Facebook, and he was messaging her while we were all three together about like her thong and how it looked so good when she bent over. And I'm just like, and I remember like I called him out on it, and I started packing my bags, and I was like, I'm done with this shit. Why are you even, because I was having sex with the man. Like I was like, it's not even like I was ignoring him. Like
you were doing everything right.
But I was going through some stuff, and like he stopped having sex with me. And when I asked him about it, he was like, nobody wants to have sex with a girl that's depressed. That's on you. That's on you, brother. So like he stopped because he like, I guess didn't want to deal with what I was going through emotionally, which makes him a piece of shit. But
damn,
he's gone now. He's gone.
That's kind of. He probably did want a throuple.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
And that's when I tried to leave, and he like gaslit me like he always did. And it eventually,
how many times did it take you to actually leave him? Was it on the first one, or did it take you a bit?
I think we were married 3 years, and he actually, the funny thing is, it's not funny, haha, but I had started making real money. I'd been dirt poor like my whole life, and I had gotten a job in sales. Didn't even know I was good at sales. I just stumbled. I was working at Lazy Boy selling like furniture, and I was like just really good at it. And
you'd be good at sales.
Well, I mean, I was.
You could sell me a fucking cockroach right now.
But back then, I was working these like and so I like got into, and it's commission based, and bro, I was just like, and so it's like once I started making all this money, and I like started feeling like secure, and I started meeting new people, I grew apart from him. And at the end of the marriage, like he actually loved me and was trying, but I was done. Like it had been too much for too long, and I just didn't want to be a part of it anymore. So it was a really like difficult divorce. Like I had to spend over 10 grand to get him out of the house.
Jesus.
So he didn't want to go after all that. He didn't. Oh, wow.
He did not want to leave. Like the house was in both of our names, and he couldn't afford the mortgage. I could. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, it just was a whole thing, but I got him out, and like, he's happy now. He's married. He's got a kid. They're living their life. We just were not meant to be.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I had a friend that just went through that too. It took her forever to get out. And at the end, she was just like, yo, you can pretty much have everything. I don't even care. I'm at my wit's end, like get out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it was a lot of like, I knew divorce was bad, and I'd already done it once, and it was just like, I can't do it again. I made my bed. I have to lie in it. I married this guy. I have to deal with it. And then finally it was like, fuck this. Like God can't possibly want me to deal with this. This cannot be a thing. Yep. And that's when I finally just let that go.
That was the next question is just definitely not as fun as this, but that was insane. Like, dude, that was so much.
Yeah.
What else you got? Did you see, we want to switch gears and go to, did you see Gypsy Rose had a baby? Was it you we were talking about?
It was not, you were not talking about Gypsy Rose with me now. Something not quite right about that chick. So
yeah, she just had a baby with her because she was engaged to him while they were while she was in jail. Then they broke up. She got married to somebody else. They broke up, and then she got.
I don't understand is like, why is she in the public eye. Like that's what I don't like. I
They
guess
did
what
a
happened to her was
documentary.
crazy.
They
Yeah, what
did.
happened to her was crazy. But I don't know. I guess I just am not as fascinated with it as everyone. Like there was just so much she could have done with it
Yeah.
afterwards, like good. But now it's just more about publicity and celebrity being, all that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, she got someone to get her teeth though.
Yeah, look, hey.
Happy for her. She got them
Right?
bright whites now.
She deserved that.
Yeah, seriously, out of everything else. But oh my God, there's so much today. I like in the news. I couldn't even like the
world like fell apart.
Yeah,
overnight.
The NOLA thing. That was insane, and I was definitely not expecting it to be somebody who was born here and a 10-year veteran. But then also a part of me was like, yikes. Like what are we doing for vets here? Like what's happening right now? So that was a little scary for me. But
yeah, it's a lot.
Vindicate because Americans give attention to the dumbest shit. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, we're not awesome. I'm not gonna lie. We're like the least popular.
I mean, I spent a lot of time on the British Royals,
Yeah.
giving them attention.
Really
Not even gonna lie.
That's really.
Fascinated
Oh, you know what? This is who you need to. If you don't already know who she is, you need to look up. She was in some of the Harry Potter movies. She's English. She's older. She's like in her 70s now. Her name starts. It's like Miriam. Hold on, I'm about to look her up.
And then the cat lady died too.
Okay.
What's her face? That was sad. Jocelyn, the woman that she was absolutely gorgeous, and then put all this shit in her face and started looking like
a
cat. I was like, oh, she passed away.
Oh, geez.
I know. It's the first 3 days or 2 days of the year. What am I looking up right now?
If you go to YouTube, like, can you pull up like videos
on YouTube? Yeah, but
or just wherever.
Yeah.
Well, Instagram. All right. I'll tell you where to. I'm trying to Margwell. That's what it is. Miriam. So Miriam.
On YouTube, you want me to go?
Just even if it's on your own time.
Oh, okay.
She is this like 70-something-year-old Brit, lesbian.
What's her name?
And she is Miriam Margolyes, Margoyles. She's my favorite person on the planet. Okay. She gives 0 fucks. Okay. She's like 70-something years old. She was just on the Graham Norton show.
Yeah. I got it. She's fucking
so funny.
She's funny.
This
one?
Yes.
She's so funny.
Just watch her interviews. You'll never want to be anyone else.
No, I've seen her before. She's amazing.
She says the most out of pocket stuff. She's literally on Graham Norton with like Will.i.am and like all these people talking about when she was in her 20s and she was riding a bicycle and she like stopped at a red light and looked over and there was a guy in a car. It was a military man. And she was like, oh. And she was talking about offering to like give him a blowjob. And like this was a way bigger deal.
She's fired.
When she was 20, and she's just so funny. But her best clips are on Graham Norton's show. That's my favorite talk show of all time. Like right there, that one. That might be the one where she's
lives for drama and comedy. Miriam Margolyes, things happen to you. Like is it your house near Dover?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I do rent my house. If you're interested.
To other people. I mean, she
yeah, she's great.
so just like literally just watch all of her clips just from the Graham Norton show and it will make your entire life.
I've seen her on there before. She's funny. Yeah. She did something with 50 Cent too. That was absolutely hysterical. I couldn't even. Yeah, Craig, we talked about that. We're super pumped for him. Everyone, he's engaged. Everybody's engaged or having babies this year. So at least that's like sprinkle some happiness. You're married. You're fine.
I know, but I'm just like, I don't get anything. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. I didn't get a new dog. I didn't get I'm just,
Did you see what I last minute changed the title to this episode?
No, what? Where?
New year, old me.
Yeah, literally. That's why I posted. I was just like, same old shit, different day.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like, I got a good life, but
Yeah, it is.
I did hear like there's been some chatter about me in the CrossFit universe. I haven't really investigated it because I don't care. But there's just like been some stuff said about my post about Dave or something, and
your
there's
old
been
post that came,
the
the one
like
you did in like
fucking 4 months ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, and there was a couple people reached. I didn't watch any of it. I was like,
I didn't know
it's a free country, man. People can say whatever they want.
and I will fight for your right to do so.
Yeah.
So like I don't know, man.
It's a tough one.
I saw it. I see that there's, for what happened at the games, there's people are gonna have people cope with things differently, have different emotions about it.
Well, and the biggest thing is like, you get one little nugget of information, but like at the end of the day, I don't support cancel culture. Never have. I don't support like trying to cancel somebody because they have an opinion about something. Not gonna do it. But at the time, because obviously my page is not dedicated to anything like that.
Right.
At the time, it was very upsetting because and this is my first time to really talk to anybody about it that's in that space that understands what I'm talking about, because nobody but I was there when it was all announced that like the family supported da. So it was like the day I found out, that it wasn't true, all of my feeling, you know what I mean? And it was just like, it was very upsetting. That was it. It was very upsetting. That was a big lie. That was a big lie. That was not a little baby one. Never asked for Dave to be fired. I understand. I run a business. I understand.
You never asked for Dave to be fired, is what you're saying. Yeah.
I never asked for him to be fired or to be removed. Like, I understand as a business owner that removing one person does not solve an entire like organization of issues. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, but it was just me saying, like, bringing accountability for that one lie. And that was my feelings at the time. And, a couple days later, because I'm really all about just positivity and humor, I really wanted to take the post down because I had made it. I still believe what I said, but it's not what I'm about online. But at that point, you're doing more damage by removing something like that, because then it looks like you can't stand by your own own thoughts and feelings. So I left it up. But now it's like coming up and I'm like, bro, there's gotta be bigger problems out there. There's gotta be somebody else.
Well,
I can't be it. Like I can't be the one. Like, how you need some content, I'll get you some content. Y'all just let me know. But like, if you're digging up my post from months ago, that's crazy. But again, I didn't watch it, so I don't know
it's everybody, like, you had feelings at the time when you made the post.
Yeah.
Right. You were having feelings. That was an emotional time frame.
But I'm allowed to.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
I'm allowed to. I use my platform however the fuck I want. Just like the people that said the comments use their platform. So I can't be mad at them.
Yeah, Sevan got a hold of it. And he was having feelings too. And so he had his feelings.
But the only thing I don't support, and again, I haven't watched the video, so I don't really know the context, is name calling. All right? Say what you want. Express your feelings. You don't like what I posted? Talk about it. Name calling? Come on. We're adults. You ain't got to call me a bitch and a hoe. Like, that's just like ridiculous. But I actually reached out to what's her name? She does like collabs with me a lot.
Your camel toe must have drawn them to you.
That's honestly like I had some pretty interesting people reach out to me about it, and I was like, I'm genuinely stumped why I'm being used as an example when there were so many people
or so many
and
other
they were
examples.
like,
don't worry, you were definitely not the only example.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I feel
like I was in a collection
Yep.
But I
he
was
actually
like,
missed you for a long time because I remember you put that post out
Yeah. Okay.
a while ago, and he missed you
Yeah.
for a long time. You just like
He found
people
me.
people still catching strays.
Yeah, and that's fine. Again, like I reached out to everybody always wants to call her by the wrong name. She's actually a lovely person. She does the Dents updates.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jenny.
Jenny's
Yeah,
great.
because everybody
Yeah,
always
we
wants to
love
call her
Dents.
like Denise or something.
It's a funny joke, but yeah, no,
yeah.
she's awesome.
But
she's
so
amazing.
I had popped up in her podcast like a couple days ago or something. Somebody had sent that to me where she was just basically referencing
What happened?
what was said
yeah.
and da 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 da,
Yeah.
and it was talking about Born Primitive. Doesn't support, because I think it was one of my Born Primitive stories. It doesn't support cancel culture and that. I actually reached out to her. I didn't reach out to Savon because let's face it, why?
I mean, no,
But-
Elise is not wrong. Sevon is really good at having a conversation if you reach out to him. Like he'll have a conversation with you.
He doesn't follow me. Like the message would have probably gotten lost in his what to do. And again,
Yeah.
it's just it wasn't worth it to me and my mental health. I didn't even go watch it. I just but I did reach out and I messaged her and I was just basically, and it was very respectful. Somebody keeps calling me. I wonder if it's my DoorDash.
Oh, you got food.
I did.
No, Jenny's actually she's lovely.
So nice. And
Yeah.
and again, I didn't want to approach it because if I tell someone I'm upset about something they posted, it doesn't make me any better than what they did. So I basically was like, look, we're all just trying to make it out here. We're all trying to do what we love. I don't support cancel culture. And if I asked you guys to stop talking about me, like that's censorship. And I don't support that either.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, started, and I was just like, I just, if we could be respectful, if we could just be respectful of each other in this space. Y'all don't know me. You don't know who I am. You get 5 seconds of what I put online. And she was so nice. She was like, no, I'm Savon did it. Is it Savon or how do you say it?
Sevon.
Sevon. So it's more emphasis on Sevon. Okay. Like she's like, I do some things with him sometime, but I wasn't a part of that. And, da da da. She's like, I love what you do. You make me laugh, And she was even funny. She was like, when I first saw the chat, I was like afraid that it was going to be one of those roasts that I do where I roast people in the comments. She's like, I thought you were about to start roasting me and da da da. And it was great. It was a great conversation. And I think that's just the way it needs to be in this space. Like the cross is just being torn apart right now. And it's just like, people have to understand that it's not as simple as just firing someone or doing this or doing that. Like we're so ill-informed. We're so ill-informed that there's no way for us to possibly know what needs to be done. So anyways,
for me, I mean, I've always said, and I've thought this for a long time, is I think that with the political climate that we had for so long, CrossFit has also become a political climate. And it's like, we must be weird lesbians for you to talk to because we're conservative as shit.
Yeah.
So like, that's gotta be super weird for you. But at the same time, we can still have fun. And I don't dislike you because we might not agree on politics.
Right.
Oh, crap. I gotta fix this. I don't know how this always happens to me. I don't know why. Yeah.
It's when you're getting passionate.
I know.
That's it. Just cut her off.
But I just hate the fact that it automatically, if you don't have the same political views as someone else, that you can't be friends like that. It drives me insane.
Well, there are certain beliefs that, like, if somebody supports certain things, like, you don't have to be friends with them. You don't have to like them. But like in the CrossFit space, this doesn't do any good.
No,
it just doesn't do any. It's not gonna change anything. Like I did that whole video on my level 1. I'm still mad about that.
Yeah.
My level 1's about to expire. And look, I've never looked into renewing my level 1 because it's never expired. So like I didn't have that information. So I go to look into it and it's $1,000 to renew it, which is the same price it is. And you can't make that make sense for me. You can't. Nope. You cannot, because I have a NASM certification. I have nutrition certifications. I have all this other bullshit. And it's like $100.
Yep.
And you're telling, and so that pissed me off. And I made a video about it in a funny way. And people were like, some in the comments just like getting butthurt about it. And it's just like, I'm sorry, but you cannot, I'm an intelligent person. You can't convince me that having somebody pay $1,000 to renew, to change the expiration date on a certificate, because they're not giving you any extra value. You're not getting like a bonus class.
Right.
You can't convince me that that's not greed for money. Sorry.
But, well, I'm not disputing at all that they're not trying to make the money for the, you know what I mean? Like of course they're going to raise prices. Of course, like they're going to do all that. That's what they do.
Yeah. So get my level 2, in case anybody's wondering.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, because if I'm going to pay $1,000, I'm going to get my level 2, which is
Right,
the same
right.
price.
Yeah.
He used to talk shit about Hiller, and then he brought him on, and now they're buds. Yeah, that's also fair too.
Well, he's never invited me on his podcast. Now has he?
Oh,
I'm a lovely person.
you are a lovely person.
But he also only talks CrossFit, right? Like
he talks
No?
about everything.
He talks.
I've seen a couple episodes of his because one of the coaches at my gym is like a real big fan, and I've watched a couple episodes of his, but they were all CrossFit, so I assumed.
Nah, he talks everything. That's what drew me to him, was all his political commentary.
Yeah, because you were on his podcast.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Yeah, a couple times.
I mean, like early on.
Yeah, as a guest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's fun. To me, he's fun. I get that I get it. I understand it, but he means well, and I think for him, the same way that you were having feelings when you put that post out, he's having feelings about his friend Dave and his friend Greg, and his, those are his boys. And
I get it.
He's
in a quiet place.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing is, like, I'm not mad about it. I think like John Woolley and him got into, it was really funny actually. I'm watching John's stories, and I'm seeing him like talking about something, and I see where he goes, well, you called my friend a bitch and a hoe, and then I'm like, oh, that's terrible. I wonder who he was talking about.
And you didn't know that was about you?
No.
Oh my God, that's funny as fuck.
The whole fucking time I'm watching these stories, and I'm like, this is bananas.
Oh, I totally knew it was about you. Yeah.
Like 2 days later, one of the coaches in my gym who watches his podcast was like, so how are you feeling about this? I'm like, what are you talking about? And she told me, and I messaged John, and I'm like, why didn't you tell me? And he's like, I thought you knew. And I'm like, how would I know?
You're like,
know?
I don't watch
It's not
Savon.
like he tags me in the podcast.
Like, yeah, right.
Like the last time I was on his podcast for my boobs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Travis sent me the link. Travis, I guess, didn't want to send me this link, did you, buddy? But no, I wasn't even mad. I wasn't mad at all. Like it was him defending his friend. It's just just the name calling. Like but somebody told me that's just how he talks.
It is. Somebody
said he's just like, this bitch, this da 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 da, and I do the same thing. I'd be like, this bitch, da da da. So I'm not even gonna fault him for that.
Yeah, no, that it is, and half the time he's like, oh no, my bad, like whatever. So
I plead the fifth. God. I literally just ordered a whole fit from you, man, which still ain't here, bro. Where's my shit?
Yeah, like Jeff said, conspiracy theories, nutrition, politics, CrossFit. Yeah, he talks about everything. He talks about anything. He definitely talks balls and lips. Yeah, he would totally enjoy a good ball lip conversation.
But I've not fallen on the radar as a guest yet. I don't know that I would go on by myself.
Should.
I would need a buffer. I would need at least one of you there. I need an adult.
I need an adult. I am not an adult.
No, I need a buffer. But
I got a Flat Earth show was fucking funny.
Oh my God, you guys keep talking about
Corey,
this Flat
that
Earth
I don't.
person.
People hated that show. I thought that was one of the funniest fucking
He had a
shows.
Flat Earther.
He had a Flat Earther.
No, he didn't.
And the chat
so
was
funny.
so mad.
The chat was pissed.
I gotta go watch that one.
That
so
was
mad.
I don't know. I would put that on one of like my top 10 Sevon shows because
I'll have to watch that one.
It was
now
that
I know he does all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was so fun. Look, Vindicate. Oh my God, Corey, I wanted to jab my fork in my ear.
Man.
I didn't watch it, but she
It
told
was
me about it.
and I was in it for the chat, just so the chat knows. I was there for you guys. Like I really was. That was amazing. That was a great display. All right, girls. So what you got? God,
That
screw it.
camera,
It's
she got a new camera and it like keeps like
something to
going
do
off on her
with the heat or the battery. Ortega was trying to help me. It was good for a minute, and now I'm gonna have to go do some research because I don't know what's going on with that thing.
I don't do tech support.
It helped and it worked, but I think I have to go get like some double batteries or something like that. Haha, lesbian joke, pause. But
oh man. Oh, I can't. This is Steven.
What is that?
So TikTok Shop has me in a chokehold and I'm not okay. So I keep buying these random, like I got a twerking Santa. Did you see my coffee mug? I sent you my coffee mug.
I saw the coffee mug
to make you feel better. And then I got this guy. Santa. So their entire marketing scheme is they just drop him. And like when you drop him, he makes like these funny, like, right? And then like, look at his little legs. Look at him. This is skipping leg day. But then eventually he like comes back to his normal shape and then you can drop him. But like he has a mole. You see it?
Yeah.
And there, you can't see it, but there's hair coming out of the mole.
Ew.
Shut up.
And he has a butt crack. And a belly button and nipples. Like, why? This thing was $20. Look at his head. And he sits in my car. And I've had many people look into my vehicle and just be like, but when I'm driving, his little legs and his little arms jiggle because of the vibration. And it makes me so happy. So life's too short not to have a Steven. You know, look at his little legs. Look at his, and it's just like this when I'm driving. And until it stops making me laugh, it stays in my car. I brought it in because my mom's borrowing my car tomorrow, and I didn't.
She didn't want to drive.
I was like, let me bring Steven inside.
That's hysterical.
I saw you brought your coffee cup to your husband the other day.
Oh, he's so over my shit. He's like, he doesn't even know what it means. Like, he does not, because he's never seen Twilight. Like, he knows what it is. But he's just like, why is this dude in a thong on your coffee mug? And I'm like, because it's awesome.
Yes.
I gotta stop buying stuff on there. And then I use this guy used this for my CrossFit video.
I know, I saw that one. That was good.
I got like 4 of these. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna give them away something.
Yeah. Hey, if the games are in Albany, are you gonna go?
Albany,
New York.
Because there's an Albany, Georgia. I was like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, no, I'm definitely. I would go to is what I like to call it because that's not. But Craig is still recovering. He got a pretty severe knee surgery. Like he was missing so many parts. It was like a $6 million man rebuild.
Oh no!
Like we're talking dead people parts are now in his knee.
Oh damn!
And he can't put any weight on it for like another 4 weeks. So I have to cook for him and do everything for him and never leave his side. Unless I have, so can't go to Miami. Darn.
Oh,
darn.
But
am I staying with y'all? Because I'm not going to New York. How far are y'all from Auburn?
Well, it would be a drive for us to get up there.
But we would meet you. We could meet you up there. Yeah, you can hang out with us.
It's close to my my in-laws and my.
Well, I'll see. Like, because I don't like traveling. Y'all know by myself. So if I can't convince people, because I got broke friends. All my friends are broke. They don't have money. So anytime I want to do something or go somewhere, I either got to pay for them or we just don't go.
Yep.
So.
Well, we got to make up for missing you at Crash because we literally hung out with Travis the whole weekend and we were like, where the hell is Allie right now?
Yeah, but Travis was at us.
We had that was a hurricane, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't appreciate that TikTok shops are using my image and likeness. Travis, are you trying to say that you look like Steven? Because this guy does not look like the one that has perfected the female orgasm through Is this what you look like when you're down there?
Damn, she's talking to you, Travis. Not
Yeah.
Jeff.
Is this what you look like?
Glad we are friends. I'm broke too.
Yeah. And it's like because again, I don't have kids, and all my friends have like you got soccer, you got football, you got all the things, and you got to get sitters, and so it's just easier for me to take off.
Yeah, you can come hang out with us. That'll be fire. I want to see you. I haven't.
Yeah.
You're the only one that we didn't get to. Well, I mean, not the
I'll
only
make
one,
it
but
happen.
we didn't get to see you that weekend. It sucked.
I will make it happen. Just
Awesome.
for you. Another TikTok shop purchase. Why did I buy this? Who am I using this
I have
for?
so many jokes for that as a lesbian, but I'm not going to do it.
I just imagine like whipping this out when I was teaching
Coaching,
and I was like da 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 da, and then just around. But anyway, sorry.
All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, edging. I always have to say your name because I know what that means now. And that will always be a thing when you come on the show. We'll catch up with you.
Last question.
Oh.
Could you,
Uh-oh.
which one could you deal with? A hairy mole or a unibrow?
A unibrow because I can pluck it.
No, you can't pluck it.
No.
Wait, who's making these rules?
No, you'd have to live with.
But who said I have to?
I'm asking you.
Because then she's going to get the mole
I don't
frozen.
like old tomatoes, okay?
No, it reminded me. I was watching the Golden Girls the other day, and it's when
Yeah.
Sophia's trying to get Dorothy a date
Yeah.
with the matchmaker.
Yeah.
And she's like, what could you deal with? It's like extra toes, body odor, and schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia would be interesting just because you'd never be alone. Like you just constantly anyway. Hairy mole, I guess.
Where's the mole?
Yeah, I can't do unibrow. Unibrow's too
I mean,
much.
unibrow is right there no matter what. Hairy mole, you at least have a chance that it's somewhere that you can cover it in shame.
No, it'd be right
Unibrow.
here. Be right there.
Oh, that's so awful.
We figured out a
Just
lot.
pluck it.
Mhm.
Frida was hot. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. We love y'all. We always love having Allie on. It's always a good time when
It's so funny.
she brings the pointer.
Bye, guys.
Deuces.
Bye.